right, it's later. Let's address the obvious. I'm in a bikini. I feel like so naked right now. It's weird because I've been in a bikini on my YouTube channel a lot, and I think about when I used to do those like bikini try on haul collections like all the time, and I felt like totally fine. Maybe now that it's just winter I like feel kind of weird. Yeah, just know that I'm taking one for the team for you guys and doing this, Brody's barking, I'm sorry, this like self-tan routine right now, answering some of your questions because I've been getting so many questions about my self-tanner recently. I haven't had to really think about like how I'm putting it on and what I do to prepare and all that because I've been doing it for a while, but I thought I would answer some of your questions because I've been getting a bunch of DMs, and yeah, I just thought I would take one for the team in my full paleness in the winter and show you guys how I do my self-tanner because there's been so many questions about it. And all that's really happened since I talked to you guys earlier and now was taking pictures in the snow, which is why I have all this makeup on. Okay, you saw the makeup earlier, but I just took a bunch of pictures in the snow and now I'm literally so pale. I want to be tan. I haven't self-tanned in it, so we're gonna do that. One of you said loving tan always sweats off of me onto my clothes. What's your secret? So number one thing, I don't know if, because I realized some of my friends do this, so maybe like a lot of people don't know, but you apply it and then you have to rinse it before you can like wear clothes, work out, do anything. So she said this sweats off on her clothes. This one says love self-tanning, love loving tan, but it makes a mess of my clothes, towels, sheets, etc. How do you keep all your neutral furniture, sheets, like colored clothes free of stains? And then this one says I love tanning, but I love working out more. Does your self-tanner get patchy or weird after intense workouts? Give me tips on how your tan always looks so good. Okay, so what I was getting at is after you put it on and you let it develop for however long you're gonna let it develop, you must rinse it before you do anything else. So I think that's the answer to like all of those questions, is you have to rinse it off and dry off and then put on your clothes, and it should be good. I mean, loving tan for me, I use these two. I either do the deluxe or the 2 Hour Express. I think the deluxe gets you darker in my opinion, but I feel like all my friends use the 2 Hour Express. But most recently I did the 2 Hour Express and I actually only left it on for 2 hours and I felt like it all washed off. Like I felt like I wasn't even tan. So normally that doesn't happen though. Normally whenever I use the 2 Hour Express, I leave it on for longer. Like I'll leave it on for maybe 4 or 5 hours during the day and I feel like I get pretty tan. But yeah, I also use dark and ultra dark. I don't really think I notice a difference there between the two. They're both just get you pretty tan. So yeah, dark and ultra dark, but I don't really care whichever one I get. In my opinion, the deluxe I think gets you the tannest because you leave it on the longest, and yeah. So normally I go for this if I can leave it on for a while, and I was gonna just leave it on for the day for you guys, but I can literally show you how I don't get it on my clothes and my sheets and stuff, and I'll keep it on overnight. Because when I use this, since I normally go for this unless I'm in a rush, I'll do like the 2 Hour Express, but I'll usually do the deluxe because I'll do it in the morning and then leave it on all day with like clothes on top and then just wash it off at night before I go to bed. But I think I'll put this on, leave it on for the rest of the day, and then sleep in it overnight and then rinse it off in the morning. So I think no matter which one you use, the longer you leave it on, the more it'll develop, the darker you get. But also you'll look a lot darker with it on before you rinse it off, if that makes sense. So I feel like I have some friends that would just leave it on and let it develop for like a day or two until they would shower, but I definitely always rinse it quicker than that, and I definitely wouldn't put this on without rinsing before you work out or put on like light colored clothes or anything like that, because then that's why it would transfer. So how I keep my sheets, my clothes, my furniture without self-tan on it, and the simplest answer, sorry I'm like struggling now, is just rinsing before I get near any of that. And so I'm not gonna rinse before I go to sleep tonight and I have like all white bedding, but what I make sure I do is wear a long sleeve shirt and long pants. Sometimes I even wear shorts or like a short sleeve shirt. There might be like a little tanner on it, but it always comes off. And I was gonna say, if you really don't want it on any of your clothes, you can just wear all black. Like I would put on a black t-shirt and a black pair of sweatpants for the rest of the day. But I normally will put on like a gray long sleeve shirt and PJ pants, and it'll get all over, not all over, but like it'll transfer onto the inside of my clothes, but whenever I wash them it comes right out, so it's not a big deal. and it never has gotten in my furniture. For the working out thing, again, just make sure that you rinse off your tan before you work out. Like sometimes I'll have a tan developing and I make sure I rinse before I work out and I'm good. I could imagine if you didn't rinse and you were working out and sweating, it would be like dripping off of you and get all messed up. So make sure you rinse before you work out. But other than that, once I rinse and I dry off, I'm good to go. It really doesn't transfer in anything, and I'll work out and I don't notice it coming off. It doesn't get splotchy or anything. I think it just fades over time pretty naturally. And the reason I've always used Loving Tan other than like a spray tan or other self tanners is because I really like the shade of tan that it makes me. One time I used Saint Tropez, is that what it's called? And it made me really green and like I looked like Shrek. I don't know, it was like it looked weird on me, but on my friends it always looks good, so I don't know, that's just why I don't use that one. And whenever I would do spray tans, it would like flake off of me and sort of fade away, not in a good way. Like it would look all patchy when it would fade away. So that's why I do this. Enough talking in the beginning, right? First thing I always do, take off the jewelry that you're gonna take off so it's not in your way. Actually, no, back up. This is like right before. But actual first thing is I showered this morning and I shaved. You're gonna wanna shave just because then you have a nice smooth base. And even if you're not going to shave, like sometimes I don't, I only shave the bottom part of my legs. I don't even like shave the top a lot because it's just a lot of work, you know. And you want to exfoliate. See, sometimes I don't even do all of this, but this is like what everyone tells you to do, right? Exfoliate, shave, all of that. And then if you have really like dry parts of your body, you can do like some moisturizer. So since I shaved the bottom part of my legs, I just did some lotion there. I like to do lotion on my elbows because they were so dry, and I think I did a little on my hands. My hands are so dry in the winter, like no matter what, the tan looks kind of freaky on my hands because they're just so dry. So anywhere that's dry, like the tan's pretty much gonna cling to. Actually, let me fix this and put it in a bun. Got the hair out of the way. I feel like a lot of times it'll be right after I shower, so my hair will be wet and I'll just like slick it up in a bun or whatever. And let me address, last thing, I always get questions on if I put it on my face or not. So obviously right now I have makeup on. I'm not going to be putting it on my face. A lot of times I don't put it on my face just because I don't really think it's like meant for your face. Some people will break out from it. I don't think I break out. If I'm lazy and I just came out of the shower and I don't have any makeup on, I'll probably just put it on my face. But I notice it fades off of my face so much quicker than the rest of your body because you're washing your face and whatever you're doing. So no matter what, even if I put it on my face, probably starting the next day or the day after, I'll start doing some tanning drops on my face. I actually haven't used the Tan Luxe ones in a while. I don't know why. I think because I used these for a while in the beginning, and then I got the Isle of Paradise ones, and I've just like stuck with these, and this is what I've been using the most recently. Also, I think these ones are cheaper, and I really don't notice the difference between the two, so like why not get the cheaper ones? And I get the shade dark. I've also done the shade medium, but I like the shade dark because it just makes me a little more tan. So I feel like I'm just talking so much right now. We just got to get into tanning. But tonight when I take off my makeup, wash my face, I will mix this in with my moisturizer, and then you will see tomorrow once my tan's all developed, I rinse it off. This will be developed. This will kind of like make it so that my face will match the rest of my body. So yes, I'm not gonna put it on my face, but whenever I do, if you do want to self tan your face with like any body mousse self tan like that, like this one, you should just do like whatever's left over on your mitt, just a little bit on your face, because you don't want to like do too much or it might look crazy. But here we go, people. This is so scary. I like never show this. Usually this is like me time. I like throw on a podcast or like music, but I've gotten so many questions, so just take a little bit in my mitt like that. I like it's a nice, I don't know, tan color. And let's start with my arm. You'll see immediately I'm gonna look so much tanner. So here, to tell you more about how I do it, I just kind of do it in like circular motions. I don't really know how much I do, just however much it looks like I need. A pump, 2 pumps, half a pump, whatever. Make sure you get everywhere. This is so much pressure doing this on camera since I like never ever show this. Oh, I can't wait to be tan. There's like no better feeling to me other than when I'm covered in Loving Tan and I put on like my big oversized comfy PJs and I'm just letting it develop, and I just feel like the best version of myself, you know what I mean? So you just kind of wanna, what am I doing? This is hard with a bathing suit on. Normally I'm just naked, you know, but Can't be naked for this video. We're pretty dang close. Okay, you do the chest. This, I'm gonna have like tan lines, which normally I don't. So yeah, I don't really have tips for you other for like putting it on. Just kind of, whoa. You just kind of like rub it around, circular motions. Oh, you know, one thing I can tell you guys, recently I tried 2 coats for the first time, and it was like so much more effort trying to put like do 2 full coats. Like I let 1 layer dry and then I did the other layer, and I felt like it actually did make me really tan, but I felt like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Not that much more tan for how much more effort it was, and I felt like it still came off like just as quick. So what I'm trying to say is I will not be doing 2 layers. I normally just do 1 layer, and I also feel like once you have tan on, suddenly your like abs kind of pop out more and you just feel like so much better. So yes, this is how I put it on. I should have showed you like me before, but you saw this is me before, just pale. And I'm going to finish the rest of my body, and I'll show you guys after, so you don't have to hear me talk anymore. All right, all finished. I thought I would put you down there. Oh my gosh, I can't even like back up far enough so you can see everything. But as you can see, a lot more bronzed than I was before. Oh God, this is just not working out. But finished putting it all on, as you could see, right? Oh, feels so much better. Much more tan, obviously. And you know what else, you guys? What I pride myself in? This is like my special talent. Max is here, so he helped me with my back, but if he's not, I literally will go like that, and I feel like I can get it all on my own. But yeah, this is like pretty much how it's gonna look. I mean, it looks pretty dark. This is like, it'll develop a little more, but then again, when you rinse it off, it gets a lot lighter because it rinses off like the top layer. It's kind of like dyeing your skin. That's how I think of it. Like it kind of dyes it for a little bit before it fades away. So yeah, I think it dries in like a minute, I'm pretty sure. And then I always just put on like PJs on top, like loose PJs. So if you ever see me in these PJs, it's usually because I just self-tan. This is me in like my happiest state in these PJs, and I like smell like living tan. I love the smell. Some people don't like the smell of self-tanner, but it just like smells so good to me. And yeah, then I rinse it off tomorrow morning and feel sun-kissed and amazed, and can't get my blood through my